Alright guys, so today we're going to look at a brand new pair of truly wireless earbuds from the company Monster. Yeah, I know. I didn't even know that they still made headphones. And so the pair that we're going to look at is the brand new Monster Clarity 101 Airlinks. Now to start with, these are $79. And right now you can actually even get a 5% off coupon on Amazon. So right off the bat, I was kind of surprised by the price. Now, as far as the features and what's inside the box, these do have Bluetooth 5.0, so I didn't experience any lag or latency or connection issues other than using YouTube while on an Apple device, but that seems to happen quite a bit. Now, these are IPX5 water, splash, rain resistant, so all that will be fine just as long as you don't submerge these into water. Now, as far as what's inside the box, it comes with the small, medium, and large silicone ear tips. I noticed that right out of the box, the ones that came on them fit me fine. And it also has the little wing tips. So if you're somebody that likes to use these while jogging or working out or exercising, this will definitely help keep these in your ear. Now, one thing that I thought was extremely weird, on Amazon's website, it says USB-C, which you guys know that I really do appreciate. Actually, what came inside the box, it even says it on the outside of the box, is micro USB, which I am not the hugest fan of. But as far as battery life goes, you get 6 hours of battery on the individual earbuds, where the case is going to help you get around 30 hours total. Now, the charging case itself, I really like the design of the case and the earbuds, but the case is a cylinder shape. Now it is a little thicker, so when you're putting it in your pocket, it's going to take up a little more space, but the swivel design that's on here that helps like present the earbuds and then kind of keeps them sealed in, I like a lot. Now branding is slapped all over this thing, and then on the outside of the case, right above where the charging port's located, you can see the battery indicator light. Now the earbuds themselves, again, I like the design a lot. Kind of has a brushed look on the outside with a simple Monster logo, and then that is even outlined in an LED ring on the outside. It is very small, it's very minimal, it doesn't stick out very much, so this is a really low profile type truly wireless earbud. Now on the outside, it does have touch controls instead of the button controls, which I am also a huge fan of. And you're able to control your track control, play, pause, volume up, volume down. You can even summon your smart assistant. So these keep you from having to pull out your phone to do anything. Now, one thing that a lot of you will appreciate, that if you do want to use one of them individually, you'll be happy to know that you can use either the left or the right. So that's for listening to music and taking calls, which the microphones on here for taking calls is actually pretty decent. But you guys can be the judge by listening to a test here. So here is a mic test of the Monster Clarity 101s. It picks up bass tones very well. I think everything is really clean, and it's doing a pretty decent job of blocking out outside noise. But we'll go ahead and listen to a test with a crowd. All right, and so here is a mic test with a restaurant crowd noise being played in the background, so you can kind of get an idea of what it would sound like if you took a call in public. So now let's move on to the sound, because on Amazon and on the packaging, it says pure Monster sound. And my history with that usually means a bloated bass, usually a little too much bass. Now, Monster is responsible for headphones like the original Beats by Dre, the Monster Inspiration, the Monster Elements. So they have had some really nice headphones in the past, but they have all been predominantly bass heavy headphones. So that's exactly what I expected out of these. And to be honest, I kind of got the opposite. The bass is definitely there, but it's actually tight and punchy and a little more accurate than I'm used to with Monster. Where Monster, it's usually just a little too much. Where I felt like the treble was pretty bright and pretty clear. Details came through extremely well. But I think where they fall flat are the mids. I think the mids, especially depending on what genres you listen to, most modern music like pop and hip hop will be fun. But if you're listening to metal or alternative or even classical, where there's a lot of instruments and a lot of things going on, it's very, very easy for these to just kind of get muddy. And I also think that the volume plays in that as well, because these don't get as loud as I like to. So I know a lot of you will probably have complaints on the volume level. So as far as an overall sound signature, I would say that the treble is definitely peaked, where the mids come down and then the bass just kind of comes down with it, maybe a slight little curve. but it's a sound signature that I'm not used to with most consumer headphones, and I think that most people buying these are not going to be used to either. And again, I think that the volume needed to be bumped up a few notches because, like I said, I think this does affect the sound imaging. It does kind of have a little bit of openness, but being able to tell where each instrument and vocals and things like that are coming from, these definitely struggle with. So the things that I definitely think that Monster got right is the design. The look of these, the minimal approach, the battery life is very decent, the connection's great. It definitely needs to have USB-C just to have that modern feel to match the look of these. I honestly still think it needs a boost in the bass. Mids definitely need to be a little more forward than they are, which would also help the sound imaging on these, but volume has to be louder. So overall, for $80, I think that they are a pretty good pair of truly wireless earbuds. But I think in this market, in the competition that definitely falls in that $80 to $100, even $50 to $100 range, makes this a tough sell. But guys, that is my review of the Monster Clarity 101 Airlinks. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.